Greetings, teachers and classmates. Today I'm going to explain how bilingualism affects first language development in children. First, let's talk about the impact of bilingualism on L1. Bilingual children might show slower vocabulary growth at first, but this doesn't mean they have a language delay. If the first language is used regularly, its development continues normally with enough exposure, both languages can develop successfully. Now, regarding interference and transfer, sometimes children apply grammar or word order from their second language L2 into their first language L1, which is called interference. On the other hand, positive transfer can occur when the two languages share similar structures, helping the child learn both. There are also several factors that influence L1 development. One is the age of exposure. Children exposed to both languages before age 3 are called simultaneous bilinguals, and they tend to develop both languages naturally. Children who learn L2 after age 3 are sequential bilinguals and might experience more interference. The environment also matters. If the L1 is not used at home or daily life, it may weaken over time. That's why language input, the amount of quality of interaction in L1 is essential. Activities like reading, conversations, and storytelling help maintain and strengthen L1. In conclusion, bilingualism affects L1 development in multiple ways, but with early exposure, strong input, and family support, children can grow up with high competence in both languages. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Evelyn Arévalo, and today I am going to explain the cognitive effects of bilingualism. It has been demonstrated that bilingualism has strong effects on how our mind works. For example, when people use two languages every day, they learn to focus better while they keep information in their mind. And at the same time, they become more flexible in their thinking because they constantly switch between languages. In addition, this daily practice improves their control of attention and helps them to avoid distractions. And in the other hand, researchers explain that bilingual experience can shape important skills, and as a result, several benefits have improved. For example, problem solving is often improved, and stronger attention has been observed in different studies. However, research has not proven that speaking two languages automatically makes someone more intelligent. So, it is necessary to separate real advantages and myths. Additionally, famous studies report these points, since Bialystok show that bilinguals manage tasks with better control when quick changes are needed, while Green explained how the brain handles two systems at the same time. And Devron found that the result depends on the type of task that is tasted. And finally, the main difference between a monolingual and a bilingual children is that when we compare children, we can see that bilingual learners switch between activities more quickly and they show better control in their responses, whereas monolinguals sometimes answer faster in one language. But overall, bilingual children show greater flexibility, which is a very useful in learning and daily life. Thank you so much.
Types and approaches of bilingualism. In this case, we have the additive bilingualism. In this case, is when a person learns a second language without losing their first language, but languages are used. The other is the subtractive bilingualism. In this case, is when the second language replaces or diminishes the first language, often due to low social value of the native language. The simultaneous bilingualism. In this case is when a person learns two languages at the same time from birth or early childhood. And the last one is sequential bilingualism. In this case is when one language is learned first and the second language is acquired later. The approaches to bilingualism. In this case, we have the psychologist approach. This one is focused on how the brain acquires and processes two languages. The other is the social linguist approach. In this case, explores how bilingualism is influenced by social factors. The educational approach. In this case, examines how bilingualism is taught and learned in school settings and how it affects academic performance. According to the context, we have three contexts. In this case, the number one is home. In this case, is the family environment where one or more languages may be spoken. In the school, is a key space for supporting bilingual development through structured programs and methods. And the last one is the society. In this case, the broader environment, including community media and public policy that can promote or restrict language uses. And the last one is degree of polyefficiency. In this case, is the balanced bilingual. In this case, is a person who has similar levels of competence in both languages. And the dominant bilingual is a person who is clearly stronger in one of the two languages.
Hi, first Russell teaches children how to sorting level and spell language to get cognitive benefits if they do not aim my efforts. Their learning and taking skill. And next, Eisenberg to explain the language law difference on the surface, but shares the same base, so one language helps support the other. The interdependence and hypothesis also show that the languages grow together. It's one improve the other count with and now support. The story show that language helps the brain in its improved skill like intentional memory and mental flexibility and knows exclusive functions. In education, it maps with amount support of language and use teaching methods that respect the student language background and thank you for listening.